have you done to me now? It's got really nothing to do with the wheels. We're in the back end of my Tacoma, and for those of you that don't recognize what this is the paint protection film. It is part of the rear fender. This is supposed to protect the paint from rock chips. Honestly, I think this protects the paint from rock chips more because the rock chips tend to hit the bottom end of this side step. Because if I look along my rocker panel here, I don't really have any rock chips. But what I do have, and a lot of older Tacomas do, is this really crummy, falling off paint protection. And as you can see, or can't see, well, let's see if we can find, there's a spot. It's cracking. Eventually it'll look like stained glass or cracked glass or just broken glass. So here I am. I've tried a few remedies. One of them was the hairdryer. It comes off in gooey pieces as opposed to harder pieces. So I've taken the internet's suggestion and I'm using a plastic razor blade. It's really not sharp. It's kind of wearing out. This is an old one, but it's got a little handle. So you just basically sit here like an idiot and peel slowly and then remove the piece when it comes off. Put it in a bin. So I'm going to be doing this for a while. Put the video up. If anybody has a suggestion, I know some people are saying chemicals. I tried various chemicals to the point where I was really worried that I could hurt the paint. So I'm just going to scrape it off and then think about either replacing it or just leaving it off. Anyway, thanks again, Toad. I noticed there's another one here on the door, but for some reason, that one looks really good. And this one does not. All right. See ya. Well, here we are about 10 minutes later. Got this whole strip done. I did find that you really need a better, clean, fresh, nice, sharp plastic razor blade, and it's hard to do while filming at the same time, but you can actually get a pretty good run going. You just move slow and just keep peeling. And I can take this run pretty much all the way up to this next crack. So pressing on, there is a lot of glue left there. I have some clear coat safe and potentially some other stuff to remove that. Issue with that stuff is when you dissolve it, it just leaves this goo that doesn't like fall off the paint or rub off. You have to then scrape off the goo, but we'll tackle that when we get there. But so far so good. Well, here we are again. I've got all of the film off. Ended up with a container filled with that crap. Now I got to get the glue off, and it's a lot of glue. I kind of ended up where I thought I would, where I'm having to emulsify the glue using Gooby Gone, a little WD-40, which I hate using on paint, but I figure the WD is getting into the glue, not the paint, and I'll clean it off as soon as I get it emulsified, but I'm getting there. I don't know how long I've been at this, and I've only done one side, but once this is done, I'll make a determination whether or not I really need these paint protectors on the flat side of my fender, which is really a weird place to put it, but anyway, moving on. All right, that's one side kind of done. Looks like I hit a little spot where I might have lost some paint, or the adhesive took some paint with it. I can touch that up real quick, or I can end up covering the whole thing if I'm starting to get chips from paint from rocks, which I don't even know how how a rock's supposed to kick up like that. But anyway, I ended up using the plastic razor blade, which you have to go through these. I got to order some more of them for the other side because you go through these, they actually bend, and you see, so they don't last long. And then a little WD-40, a little bit of Gooby Gone, and then some Meguiar's Ultimate Compound to kind of get the last of it. There's still some on there. It's almost impossible to get all this stuff off. The adhesive is ridiculous, especially after so many years. But from a distance, looks great. And, well, I don't think I'm going to do a second video of the other side. It's going to be a pain in the butt. But we'll get that done and then move on. Oh boy. Well, update. Second side, second verse, same as the first. These are glue boogers. So on this side, I decided to use a hair dryer so I didn't destroy anything to heat up the film and then remove it with my tool. And the problem, as you can see here, I don't know if that was the heat or the fact that I'm coming in at a different angle or whatever that I was yesterday, but I had like 5-6 spots where it actually took off the paint. The black is the plastic of the fender cover. So I'm going to order the ToughSkinz black textured covers that go over this, and I still have to remove the glue, but heating them up worked a little better. I don't think the heat caused the damage to the paint. I think that it's just in some areas you're just going to end up scraping off paint. I got lucky on side 1, side 2 not so much. I was getting bigger pieces, so the heat actually helped keep the plastic of the old protector together so I could get bigger pieces off. But it's the same problem with the glue, right? When I did the one first side, the glue was on in like really big chunks. You could actually see it. This side, it was still there. I thought I could get it off with the Meguiar's body compound, and no. So I've just been spending the last probably hour weakening this with. I bought some new stuff. This works pretty good. It's kind of a gel, so it sticks better. And then you let it chew away at this stuff, and then you can even do it with your finger if you want. But you slowly kind of scrape away at this goop, and I think I'm at the point now where if I use my buffing pad, yeah, you can see here still these layers of glue that I'm going to have to just carefully get off, but I'm going to use the buffing pad, and then maybe I'll do another report when the ToughSkinz come in, because that's the best thing. Some people just cover theirs without even trying to remove the thing. I don't know. Kind of wish I'd have done that because this has been a pain. All right, more later. Okay, job done. These are the ToughSkinz overlays. Purchased these because, especially on this side, the passenger side, there was a lot of paint that was just damaged when I was removing the paint protection film. It might have been damaged previously, and just the paint removing that exacerbated the problem, but I think this looks much better. The only thing that kind of was an issue was I wanted to hide the part where the paint protection began because it essentially kind of pulls the paint up a little bit and leaves a bit of a line. So on both sides I marked it with some painter's tape, and then I put the ToughSkin below it. What I didn't realize was at the factory, one side was put on slightly higher than the other. So as a result, I have put my ToughSkinz on identical to the factory, but what it is one side, this is the passenger side, is slightly lower by about 1/8 of an inch, which isn't major, than the driver's side. You can sort of tell because down here at the bottom, it almost matches the line of this little thing here. And if I go to the other side, it is, well, it's hard to tell, honestly. Well, actually, in the other, you can see that it is nicely lined up with that. So, 1/4 inch, maybe half, maybe a 1/16, maybe an 1/8, maybe a 1/4. I don't know. It's not that much, and it is essentially doing the job that I wanted to, which is cover over where the original paint protection was, and it's doing it. ToughSkinz is a company here in Florida, so support them. They have an Etsy page. They also have a web page, and I think they also sell out through other dealers. But yeah, definitely worth the money. Wasn't very expensive. Not that hard to put on. Just a little finicky as far as trying to bend a 2-dimensional object over a 3-dimensional object. But it worked out quite well. People stop driving by. I can finish my video. Yeah, I like it. Looks good on the silver. It's going to, basically protect my paint from rocks, which is what the paint protection film is supposed to do until it then damages the paint. So, there you go.